We're starting today with a story that comes to us from the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, the country of Haiti, where the Haitian president was assassinated in his home early yesterday morning. The New York Times has a very good article summing this up called "Haiti's President Assassinated in Nighttime Raid, Shaking a Fragile Nation." A group of assailants stormed Mr. Moise's residence early on Wednesday, shooting him and wounding his wife, the interim prime minister declaring a state of siege. The first explosions took place around 1 a.m., and this took place at the home of President Jovenel Moïse. And this is a wealthy neighborhood. Residents immediately feared two of the terrors that have plagued the nation, gang violence or an earthquake. But by the morning, they had learned that the president was dead. A group of assailants had stormed Mr. Moise's residency on the outskirts of the capital, Port-au-Prince, early Wednesday, shooting him and wounding his wife, Martine Moïse, in what officials called a well-planned operation that included foreigners who spoke Spanish. Much is being made of the Spanish aspect of it, although it's really too early to know too much about what that means. In a televised broadcast to the nation's interim prime minister, Claude Joseph, appealed for calm and presented himself as the new head of government, announcing that he and his fellow ministers had declared a state of siege and placed Haiti under a form of martial law. The assassination left a political void that deepened the turmoil and violence that has gripped Haiti for months, threatening to tip one of the world's most troubled nations further into lawlessness. You know, I'm not sure how much people in the audience know about the history of Haiti. Haiti is on a landmass that is an island that is shared with another country, the Dominican Republic. Haiti in the east and the Dominican Republic. I'm sorry, Haiti in the west and the Dominican Republic to the east. The island is called Hispaniola. And there are really, really racist, crude, quote, explanations that are given for why, okay, the Dominican Republic is not a wealthy country, but it is significantly better off than Haiti, which is the poorest country in the West. And maybe you can imagine what that racist analysis is, but it's quite this simple. Haiti is black people, whereas the Dominican Republic is Latino folks, often with more of European origin. I mean, that's the white nationalist sort of crude racist explanation for the disparity between Haiti and the Dominican Republic economically and in other ways. Now, this is actually something that's been studied extensively. Jared Diamond, in his book Collapse, which I read just not too long ago, actually talks a lot about it. And when you understand the differences in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, including the placement of Haiti in the West and the Dominican Republic in the East, and what that means in terms of current, what that means in terms of rainfall, elevation, early deforestation happening in Haiti due to lack of other natural resources, you really start to understand that there's a very complex situation, in fact, in the country. And unfortunately, this has led to a situation of significant instability in Haiti, political problems, environmental degradation, and so many other things. And now this on top of it, just a horrible, horrible situation. The New York Times adding the details of who shot the president and why remained unknown. 4 people suspected of being involved in the assassination were killed by the police in a gun battle, and 2 others were arrested, Haiti's police chief said late yesterday. The chief, Leon Charles, also said that 3 police officers who had been held hostage were freed. The authorities did not name any of the suspects or cite any evidence linking them to the assassination. The other thing I think that's important to mention is there were some early mentions of the assailants claimed to be DEA. Now, the American DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, does have a presence in Haiti, and it's still so early that there were some folks who immediately said, oh, the DEA carried this out. Every indication so far is that the assailants falsely claimed to be DEA agents. There is no evidence at this time that the DEA carried out this assassination. This doesn't mean that the U.S., through the CIA and other agencies, hasn't been involved in political assassinations in the past. That's not what it means. It just means in this case, there is no evidence that that's the reality. All we know is that the assailants claimed to be DEA agents based on one report. So we're going to continue following this. Of course, the hope is that Haiti does not devolve into even more chaos and instability, because that's the last thing that the Haitian people need. There have already been some questions about, will the U.S. help? And I know that that makes a lot of people very, very scared of what does it mean when the U.S. helps in the Caribbean, in Central America, and in Latin America. And I get that. But let's keep our analyses based on what is known rather than what is hypothesized or speculated at this point in time. And hopefully in the next 2 to 3 days, there's going to be more clarity there. If you ever feel like you just don't have enough time to read all the books you want to read, you have to check out one of my favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist takes thousands of popular nonfiction books and distills each one down into an ebook or audiobook that you can get through in just 15 minutes, where you're getting all the key takeaways from the book. Just imagine how you'll be able to expand your horizons and knowledge by being able to soak up all of the important insights from 10 different books in an afternoon. Obviously, it's perfect for exposing yourself to a new book you otherwise wouldn't have time for, or you can use it to revisit a book you've already read, or use it to preview a book before you buy the full version and read it. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way, and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.